Side hustles are all the rage at the moment. While they were already gaining momentum prior to 2020, when the pandemic hit, their popularity took off like a rocket. And it's not hard to see why. We've all been reminded in a brutal way that nothing is certain. Diversity is a well-established concept in the world of investing, but not so much when it comes to career advice. But that's changing. Many people are realizing that supplementing their income while simultaneously developing multiple skills is an awesome idea. Who would have known? Let's get to it. Here are 11 lucrative side hustle ideas. Number 1, freelancing. Let's start with the simple one. This is the closest side hustle to having a regular job, but there are some key differences. Freelancing jobs are normally project-based. That means a person or company needs a specific job done, so it may not be an ongoing arrangement. With freelancing, you're being hired with the expectation that you're already skilled and proficient in your field. So, the person or company typically doesn't expect to be training you before a job is done. You're being hired to provide convenience. In saying that, there are some categories of freelancing that require very basic skills. For example, virtual assistant tasks, proofreading, data entry, transcription, etc. Whereas higher skilled freelance work examples include digital marketing, graphic design, UX design, coding, copywriting, video editing, data science, cybersecurity, and the list goes on. If you have any pre-existing skills at all, then you could jump straight into the freelance train and start getting to work. You can sign up for Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, or any other marketplace and start looking for jobs right now. If you feel that you need to develop some skills first, consider taking some courses in the field you really want to work in. You can even learn these skills right here on YouTube. Number 2, consulting or coaching. Instead of completing tasks for businesses, you can offer your expertise in the form of consulting and coaching. It goes without saying that you need to have experience or results in the field before you can do this. The key to consulting and coaching is to have a niche specialty. You might feel like you can help a lot of people or businesses, however, it'll be easier to market your service if you stay in a narrow lane. A too broad example would be, I offer consulting services to any business that wants to grow. A much better example would be, I offer consulting services to restaurants that want to build an online ordering system that integrates with their POS. By going specific, you'll find it easier to find your ideal client, as well as easier to present your offer. Consulting is a growing industry and there's a need for it in almost every field. As long as you're solving a problem, there is someone willing to pay for your advice and systems. Once you've helped a few clients, be sure to ask for testimonials to help you build your credibility and close more consulting gigs. Number 3, starting a blog. Publishing blog posts is not an easy side hustle, and it also takes a lot of time to begin seeing the fruits of your labor. However, long term, it has more income potential than freelancing or consulting. Why? Because your monetization options are vast and not directly connected with your time. Before you start a blog, keep in mind that the internet has no shortage of content. There are over 600 million blogs, so lots of content is already out there. In order to create a valuable resource for readers, you need to produce really good content. With that in mind, it helps to choose a blog topic that you have at least some interest or aptitude in. If you want to start making money, you also need to consider how commercially viable the topic is. Do advertisers spend money to advertise in the niche? Are there plenty of products you can market later on? Here are some industries that are proven to be commercially viable: health and fitness, business, finance, investing, tech, expensive hobbies such as cycling and fishing, sports, home and garden, relationships, and fashion. Of course, these are very large industries. You can and usually should niche down further. For example, for finance, you could niche down further by creating a finance blog for busy mums. Just like with consulting, going more specific usually helps, especially with a new business. Once your blog is getting traffic, you can earn revenue by enabling Google Ads on your pages. You can also include links to products and services that you are an affiliate for, where you can earn a commission for every referral you send. Other monetization options include sponsored posts, creating a premium membership, and many more. Warning: don't expect to start a blog and see massive revenue in the first few months. Unless you already have a pre-existing audience, of course. Expect the first year to earn you very little and to be a massive grind. But it's a long-term investment that could become a cash flow machine with time. Number 4, dropshipping. The next side hustle is dropshipping. The biggest dropshipping site you may recognize is Wish.com. They pull in a whopping $2 billion a year in revenue using this simple business model. So what is dropshipping? It's simply being the middleman between the end customer and a product supplier. And the best part is that you don't get involved in the shipping. Here's how it works. First, you connect with suppliers who manufacture the products. Second, you list products on your website and mark up the price. Third, a customer visits your website and buys a product. Fourth, the supplier gets notified and ships the products to the end customer. You keep the difference. That's the concept at a high level. And with apps like Shopify and Oberlo, the process of building a website and connecting to suppliers is shockingly easy. In fact, you could have an online dropshipping store up within a few hours. But don't let that fool you. Making significant income from this business model has some serious challenges. First, you don't have any ownership or control over the products, IP, shipping process, etc. This can be a huge risk factor because in business, the less control you have, the higher chances something will go very wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's very common to hear dropshippers complain about product quality and shipping times. And with user experience being the most important factor in today's commerce environment, this is bad news. However, many people make significant incomes using the dropshipping model. The keys to success is finding suppliers that have high quality products and acceptable shipping times. Another con is the fact that hundreds or thousands of dropshippers can be selling the exact same product as you. This means if you want to do well in this business model long term, you may want to invest your energy and capital into building your brand name because that's the only thing that's truly yours with this model. Once you've created your website, connected the suppliers and products, you need to drive traffic to your website. The fastest way to do this is with paid advertising. You can use Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, Snapchat ads, influencers, and many more methods to promote your products. However, keep in mind that many platforms don't really like dropshipping stores, unless you're Wish.com of course. It's very common to hear about Facebook banning many dropshippers from their ad platform. Ultimately, it comes down to user experience. Every platform wants the best experience for their users, and dropshipping stores, because of the low barrier of entry, attract people who put up cheap, amateur and scammy looking pages. It may seem like we're coming really down hard on this particular business model, and yes, we're not the biggest fans of it overall. However, it certainly is possible to make an incredible amount of money with it. So if you're attracted to dropshipping by the apparent low barrier of entry, just remember that convenience has a cost. So if you're going to do it, really spend your time thinking about how you can add value, build a brand and community that stands apart and makes the world a better place, instead of building just another dropshipping store that pushes low quality products with 2-month shipping times. Number 5, custom e-commerce. If you want to start an e-commerce store, this is our preferred way to do it. If the long-term prospects of dropshipping don't appeal to you, then this surely will. By having custom-made products, you can gain more control, brand equity, and many other benefits. There are 3 directions which you may want to consider when it comes to custom products. The first is making a product yourself. This includes getting your hands dirty and being your own industrial designer and manufacturer. Gymshark is an example of a brand that started in a living room. Ben started making his own t-shirts and gym singlets himself on a small budget. There's something magical about doing this. It forces you to put in some sweat equity and it will make you emotionally connected to your brand. This is not viable for all product types though, depending on your knowledge, equipment requirements, safety, and legal issues. The second option is called private label. This is a step up from dropshipping, but it's still not the best option if you want to build a world-class brand. However, it's definitely a great option if you're quite new to e-commerce. Private label is taking a product that a manufacturer already produces and placing your branding on it. For example, if you're in the clothing industry, your supplier may simply ask for your logo and slap it on the pants. Again, it's much better than dropshipping some generic product. The last option is 100% custom manufacturing. This is ultimately what most brands should work up to. This is where your business designs the product from scratch and you work with a manufacturer to make it just for you. Depending on what your products are, you can hire an industrial designer or you can work with your manufacturer as they usually have an in-house designer. Most great brands eventually hire their own designers. Arguably, one of the best product designers of our time is Johnny Ive, the ex-industrial designer for Apple. Although in his case he also had a magnificent voice, so they asked him to narrate the marketing videos too.
It's a product that couldn't exist without invention across many disciplines.
Something to consider about making your own custom products is the cost. You really need to consider whether you have the budget. Most manufacturers will have a minimum order quantity, so you can't just buy a few items. Depending on how much your product costs to produce, this can be significant. For example, if the minimum order quantity is 1,000 and the product costs $20, that equals $20,000. But MOQs can usually be negotiated and brought down, especially for your first order. Then there's the cost of shipping and holding your inventory. Tip: if you're just getting started and you have the space, hold your inventory in your garage or home. The top platform to sell your products is Shopify. We'll have a full review and comparison between e-commerce platforms, but in our view, Shopify is the best. 6. Becoming an influencer. It's no secret that it's trendy to be an influencer right now. Influencers have always existed, however today, it's easier than ever to gain an audience and develop influence rapidly. It's always been the case that influence is a highly valuable commodity. What you'll be selling is eyes and ears. The reason this side hustle idea is not called how to make money on Instagram is because platforms and channels change constantly. But if you've developed mindshare with your followers, your influence will remain on whatever channel or platform you choose to use. Many influencers who used to post to Vine became very popular on YouTube and other apps after Vine shut down. This is not an accident. It's because they've developed that initial asset, their follower base. Now, in saying all that, some platforms can propel your follower count faster than others. This comes down to many factors, like the platform user count, for example. If a platform has a lower user count, it makes sense that you, as a content creator, will have a greater organic reach. You're simply competing with fewer posts for a spot in the discovery feed. So if you're brand new and want to develop a following, you may gain a disproportionate advantage by starting with platforms that still have a massive organic reach. At the time of writing this, TikTok, LinkedIn, and to some extent YouTube are 3 examples. Facebook and Instagram have lower organic reach as of right now. That doesn't mean you shouldn't use them, but a great strategy may be to develop an initial following using a platform with high organic reach, then try to cross-promote to your Facebook and Instagram. More importantly, however, is the content you produce. Great content always has a way of getting out there. Who's your target audience? As an influencer, you need to select a target audience to influence. It's very difficult to be everything to everyone. In fact, that's the last thing you want. Great personalities and brands are often a little divisive. Don't try to please everyone. Develop your style, personality, core beliefs, and produce content to please your narrow target audience. With time, you'll develop fans and trust with your followers. So, how do you make money? Here's a list of ways you can make money as an influencer. Ad revenue, brand deals, merchandise, e-commerce products, affiliate referral links, premium memberships, and many more. The important thing is to build the audience first. You'll later realize there are many ways you can monetize. A word of caution. If you choose to become an influencer, you'll soon realize that it's actually a lot more work than perhaps you imagined. The trust you'll develop with your audience takes time and consistency. Don't ruin it by recommending crappy products, doing brand deals with companies you don't truly believe in, or in any way sabotaging your reputation. If you stay true to your values, you'll develop an incredibly valuable asset, which is your personal brand. Number 7. Selling information products. Selling information products is another business model that has been soaring in popularity. It's yet another business model that has an apparent low barrier to entry, making it appealing to many people. This industry has been picking up steam for a while now. LinkedIn, via parent company Microsoft, acquired lynda.com for $1.5 billion in 2015. E-learning as an industry is projected to reach $325 billion by 2025. In some ways, it's not surprising. The internet has disrupted many industries, and it was only a matter of time before e-learning was going to take off. Information products can be ebooks, Kindle books, video courses, audio courses, membership-based platforms, and perhaps we'll see more formats in the future with augmented and virtual reality. The promise of an information product is that it's an antidote to information overload. Since there's clearly not a shortage of information on the internet, information products appeal to the desire to have a focused, curated, specific, and systemized product. For example, imagine you wanted to buy a company. Since this goal has many steps, countless factors, and many risks, reading random information from hundreds of sources can seem daunting and inefficient. Enter a course instructor who has a proven track record in that specific area of mergers and acquisitions, who has compiled the step-by-step process to acquire a company. The benefit to the learner is that by purchasing the information product, they are shortcutting the process, skipping some of the trial and error, and getting the information in a focused, sequential, logical order. Today, there are books and courses on almost every topic. Learning guitar, accounting, fishing, coding. Heck, there's even a great course on learning how to learn. We here at CoachStack are publishing our own courses taught by incredible experts in their field. Our mission is to help brands thrive in a new digital age, so we sought out some of the best experts and mentors, and we're currently working on production. In our case, we wanted the format and quality to be world-class, so the process can be quite involved in terms of large filming sets and logistics. However, many coaches, tutors, and experts use free tools such as simple slide decks, QuickTime, Zoom, and others to publish and sell informational products. If you want to publish a book, Kindle might be an excellent choice. By leveraging Amazon's platform, you can tap into a massive existing audience. With video courses, the tech can be a hurdle, so many teachers have turned to platforms like Teachable and Thinkific to host and sell their content. Ultimately, if you believe you have something to teach and you can truly add value, informational products can be an incredible vehicle to earning income while helping people. Number 8. Selling digital downloads. Digital downloads have also soared in popularity. You may have seen many creators selling photography color presets or mums selling organization principles. These are examples of downloadable digital products. The huge advantage of this model is incredibly low barrier of entry. Many of these items can be produced quickly and for free. The other big advantage is the scalability. Not only will you have margins that offline businesses would envy, but there is no ceiling on how many you can sell. Being downloadable means it's scalable. The issue, of course, is getting the traffic and following to sell these products to. We would say that this model is a great complement to becoming an influencer, starting a blog, or e-commerce business. Once you start developing an audience, you'll start to get an idea of what your target audience wants, and that way you won't launch something to crickets. Number 9. Flipping. Flipping may seem like a simple idea that you don't want to waste time on, but many fortunes have been made with flipping. You may have a picture in your head of people thrifting or buying and selling Pokemon cards. And yes, buying some cheap items at a garage sale and flipping them is a great way to get started. You can flip anything, from general household goods, tech items, furniture, anything really. But there's much more to flipping than that. Ultimately, any asset that can be bought and sold for a profit fits into this business model. So you can even up your game and get into some car, boat, or house flipping. The key skills for this hustle are understanding asset prices, and if you really want to do well, developing your ability to add value to an asset. You need to do your research and find out what the market price is for items, marketplaces where things sell, either online or offline, and simple ways to add value to an asset so you can sell it for a higher price. With a bit of TLC, you can improve an asset and make serious money. Number 10. Creating an app or SaaS. Creating an app or SaaS is where the big money is made in today's age. However, you really need to commit serious time, capital, and effort if you want to create something great. Whether it's a productivity app, a game, a business app, or the next Uber, it's not going to be easy if you want to make decent money. Years ago, developers could create a game and scale quickly. It's harder today. Competition is fierce and consolidation is always a threat. But that doesn't mean there's no space for more apps. There are many different categories in this space. Basic utility app, for example, a to-do list app, an entertainment app such as games or streaming content, B2B app such as Slack, Asana, DocuSign, mass market disruptive apps such as Uber, Netflix, and Airbnb. If you're building your first app, it's a good idea to start with something simple. Choose a target audience and find out what problem, inconvenience, or desire do they have. A simple way to do this would be to think about yourself. What is a problem, inconvenience, or desire that you have? What are the possible solutions? Play the Imagine If game. Brainstorm a list of imagine if there was an app that ... Another way to think about this is connecting two categories of people. For example, people who need transport and people who can provide transport. That's Uber. People who need a place to stay and people who have vacant rooms. Airbnb. People who need care for their pet and people who can take care of pets. Rover. The list is endless, but in the beginning, try to be ultra specific in terms of your target audience. For example, people who hate thinking about ideas for Instagram stories. Another consideration is whether your app will be a web app, mobile app, or both. How do you make money? The most common ways to generate revenue are a one-time purchase, SaaS, advertising, revenue share. Who will build it? The options for development are usually as follows: code it yourself, convince a software developer friend, or outsource. There are pros and cons to each, but someone will need to not only build the app, but also maintain and manage bugs and improvements. If all of this seems scary and overwhelming, and you have a crazy idea, just go for it. If you have a non-existent budget, you may need to spend a lot of time taking coding courses. Number 11, stock market and real estate investing. Lastly, we have the stock market and real estate. It goes without saying that these are investments and require capital to begin with. The great thing about them is that both the stock market and many real estate investing strategies can be very passive. If you truly want something on the side with a minimal time commitment, this is a great option. The catch is, you really have to know what you're doing or you're risking a lot of money. With stocks, if you want to individually select public companies and invest money into them, you really want to learn everything about the company, their business model, their financials, and their future projections. A great resource for learning about investing is Investopedia. One side hustle many people try their hand at is day trading. This is when you buy and sell stocks on the same day, sometimes only minutes or seconds apart. It's essentially speculating on short-term stock price movements and trying to snag a quick profit. While plenty of people make money with day trading, we do have to say the averages are not pretty. Well, over approximately 90% of traders lose money when day trading. A truly passive form of stock investing is index funds. They've become very popular because investors love the idea of diversification. You can buy into an index fund, for example, that tracks the performance of the top 500 companies in the USA, which is called the S&P 500. There are also sector-based ETFs, exchange-traded funds, for example, cybersecurity-based ETFs, fintech ETFs, and the list goes on. When it comes to real estate, the most passive option is real estate rentals. It's the old tried and true method of purchasing a home and renting it out. By crunching your numbers, you can find out if you have a positive monthly cash flow, which would be 100% passive income. Not to mention the long-term capital gains as the home appreciates in value. While it's outside the scope of this video to go into all the different stock and real estate strategies you could use, overall, it's generally good practice to focus on active side hustles when you're young, and then funnel your profits into more passive investments like stock and real estate. I hope this guide gives you some clarity on the different categories of side hustles, and a realistic look at whether they would be a good fit for you. If in doubt, just give it a go. Many of these business models can be started on a shoestring budget. All it takes is some sweat equity, but it will be worth it in the end.